Hello everyone's. I am here for my review of Real Housewives of Atlanta season 14 episode 16. If you were new to my channel, welcome. I am Lady T. I like to do reviews on scripted reality shows, and also the reactions. If you're returning, you one of my peoples, welcome back. So we don't have any comments from last week's video, so we're gonna jump right on in. Now y'all know that Drew and Sheree, they had a rocky start, but since Drew is laid up after having surgery on her Achilles heel, which she had to have 10 stitches, Sheree want to come over and see how she doing. We gonna let bygones be bygones. Even Sonya shows up, like, we've been having some issues since, I just kind of threw you up under the bus. Even though we started off as good friends, I'm gonna come over here and check and see how you're doing. And Sheree, being the bone collector she is, let Sonya know that Kenya felt that Ross was being aggressive towards the ladies at the table when he got up and told them to shut the F up. So Sonya takes it upon herself to call Kenya like, hey, I heard that you were saying that my man was being aggressive. He wasn't being aggressive. He was just, standing up for me. Now, people didn't have their different opinions on whether he was being aggressive or was he standing up for his woman. I can't tell. I'm not going to sit here and tell anybody how they feel about how somebody else was acting. That's what I'm not going to do over here. But I'm wondering, when is Sonya going to realize that Sheree is fueling this, I'm not even going to call it beef, this animosity that she has with Kenya? If you remember, Kenya is the one that told Sonya, yeah, with Kenya, you got to stay on her. You came back down to her. And what did Sonya do when it was at that last meeting, last dinner in Jamaica? Like, Kenya, what's up? What's good? And now she's telling you, yeah, she was talking about how she was feeling so that Ralph was being so aggressive. But the thing is, it's like Sonya has a tendency to take on other beefs as her own. With the whole Sheree and Drew situation, she jumped down Drew's throat because Drew was all up in her face. Now, she didn't took on Sheree's beef with doggone it, Drew. Now she's taking on Sheree, and you can't tell me this is not Sheree trying to get back at Kenya from years ago when they was both trying to build a house and who's gonna build it first and who's gonna be nicer. Yeah, but Kenya was half asleep during that conversation and not really here for it, and I'm like the same way too. Like, why are you coming with? And I'm glad she was like, Sheree said this so Kenya can put a mental note. Okay, so Sheree is behind all this. I just want Sonya to realize that, Sheree kind of playing puppet master with you. She's all the stuff that she would like to say to Kenya, she got you over here saying, and she got you out here looking crazy. Now, y'all, I didn't say it before. I do not think that Sheree was as serious as this new launch or this She by Sheree in general. I don't think if she had got on the show, she wouldn't have thought anything about it. It's just the fact that I'm on this show now and people are asking me about it. Now it's like she's throwing stuff together. It's 2 weeks before the show, and she does not have her models. She does not pick any models. Now, I am not no fashion expert as far as designing clothes and making clothes. But I have watched every season of Project Runway and Project Runway All-Star. And I know that you have to, I gotta sketch out my design. You have to get your fabric. You have to cut your fabric. In Sheree's case, you're gonna have somebody else do that. But you're gonna have your models. Okay, I have my model stand. This is, size, 8. Okay, once I have my clothes together, I have to have a model fitting so I can make sure, I need to tuck in here. I need to, take out here, things like that. Sheree doesn't even have that. And I'm like, what are we doing? And then you don't want to pay for the models because the lady she's working with, she's like, well, if you want a real model, that's going to be like $500. Sheree don't want to pay that $500 because, Sheree don't like to be paying folks. And it's more and more apparent this episode. She just want to get on social media and be like, hey y'all, this is Sheree from Real Housewives of Atlanta. I'm going to be doing She by Sheree, and if you want to walk at my fashion show, come out here and try out, and there's a possibility that you can get on the show. That's what she did, and the models came out and they weren't the best. Now let Sheree tell us she done already spent $1 million, and she's not trying to spend any more on models. But I was like, boo-boo, then you don't want a show. You got to spend money. If you want this to be what it's supposed to be, then you're going to have to spend this money. You running around with doggone $5,000 shirts on. You spending $40,000 on chandeliers in your house that not too many people are going to see, but you don't want to put that into your business. Kenya shows up to take over the modeling casting call, and I'm just, first of all, Kenya, why would you want to be in this She by Sheree fashion show? You already know what it's going to be. Why would you even want to go through that? You are a professional model. Why would you want to do that? Is my question. But she was like, that person don't look right. She was doing the same thing when, what's her name? Cynthia was having her fashion show a few years ago. Yeah. Sheree, she not serious. Drew tells her mama that Ralph is not going to adopt JoJo while he is at his photo shoot for this book that he is writing. And again, he says how he was all set to adopt JoJo. Went to talk to JoJo's biological dad, who has made no effort, even though, okay, we didn't set up a meeting for y'all to meet and you didn't show up. You haven't taken any steps to be a part of JoJo's life. But I'm going to ask you, how do you feel about me adopting JoJo? And since you feel that, you feel in some type of way and you don't want to do that because you now want to be in your son's life, now he don't want to adopt JoJo. But I'm like, he talking about the biological father is making efforts to go to JoJo's game. And I was like, it's okay. If that's true, then I understand. Okay. But in my opinion, he don't want to adopt JoJo, and I would like Drew to just drop it. Ralph is on this. I'm not going to adopt you, but I will write a book about being a step parent. I'm going to make Drew feel like she's a part of the process by writing a cover story, and I'm going to make some money off of this. But as far as adopting you, that's what I'm not going to do. And he's telling Drew over and over again, even though he's saying that he's going to adopt Josiah, the fact that he has said more that he doesn't want to, I think she should just leave it alone. Point blank and period. So Sheree and Drew decided to throw a surprise joint birthday party for Kenya and Marlo. We're going to disguise this as a get well soon type of party, recover soon type of party for Drew, but it's actually a joint birthday party for Kenya and Marlo. Sheree shows up late because what she got going over is She by Sheree. It's just all over the place because she has waited to the last minute to get things done because this is a rush job for her. And true to Sheree's fashion, when it's time to pay her portion of the bill, she ain't trying to do that because why? She didn't have an input on decorations and all these other things. And she is already setting up her excuses as to why that the show isn't going to go off like they're supposed to because her fashions are stuck in Alaska. The samples are stuck in Alaska. That way, I'm letting you guys know now that if I don't have any fashions, just like the last fashion show I had without fashions, this is the reason why. So they get to playing a little petty game. What do you do? Like, what not to say when somebody is saying your husband is aggressive. Shine jumps up. Lisa, I got a man. Yada, yada, yada. Chair falls. This, that, and the third. Kenya's her confession like, me and Sonya, we like each other. But if you're going to come for me, don't come for me unless I send for you. You know, which Kenya says. And so it seems like It's like, I don't have no problem with you signing this. I don't know why you keep on coming at me, but you gonna keep on coming at me, and I'm gonna give you the real deal Holyfield. Yeah. And Sonya did admit that, child, Kenya got up in my tail. There is no way other to explain it, but she got in her tail. And she's like, in my head, it seemed like I was saying all the right things, but when it was coming to, express that, nothing was happening. She learned right then and there that, Kenya is not one to be played with. She is just not. So Sheree, she gives out her little infant. What is it? It was another one. Okay, what do you do if you didn't throw a party and the other person doesn't want to pay their portion of the bill? Sheree talking about something. I'm trying to save my money for a fashion show. I'm not about to be spending my money on y'all, even though I got on this $7,000 top. I was like, you spending $7,000 on a top? But I'm not going to say how you should be spending your money. I'm not. But she sent give the ladies their invitations, and it was like she got some acrylic boxes and she put some Barbie clothes in there and was like, hey, welcome to you were invited to the She by Sheree clothing fashion show situation. I'm like, okay. Then we have to usher Apollo in, because they friends, and she want him to be a model in her show because he done modeled in the past. And we also have to talk about how Phaedra just like completely abandoned him and left him to rot in prison once he went to prison, even though he didn't say this. But what I'm getting at is she knew that I was out here doing dirt. She benefited from me out here doing dirt. But since it was me behind the dirt being done, she just left. And I was out here looking stupid. She went on about her life, wouldn't bring my kids to see me. And as far as Tyrone, I knew Tyrone because I was in prison too with him. And basically, when dudes are in prisons, and females too, they talk to multiple people on the phone because they don't have anything to do. Like, they can't go nowhere. So talking on the phone and to the outside world helps him out. And it's a benefit of that person that you're talking to, maybe multiple people, send you money. You make them feel like they're special. And once you get out, you completely flip the script. And I said that a while back. That's what it seemed like. Like, he was your man while he was in prison. And once he was no longer in prison, he went on about his business. Now, I'm trying to make it show that I am all the way in here, but it seems like I'm like head and shoulders, so I do apologize. I still have to order this piece so my camera can go on my tripod and not just be up here just set up on some boxes. I do apologize. So that was basically it on the episode. I'm glad there wasn't too much fighting going on. Marlo's nephews, they have come back. She is happy they're back, and she's thinking about getting into therapy and getting them into therapy, which I think they should have done a long time ago. But though they're not in my custody, they are in her custody. And I'm like, I'm hoping this isn't one of the situations that these girls that made me feel bad about kicking the nephews out, and I'm just bringing them back in so they won't be judging me anymore. And like, she needs them to be on the show, kind of, sort of, in a way. But anyways, that was the gist. If I left anything out, by all means, leave a comment below. If you are new to my channel, welcome. Feel free to subscribe. It's free all day, every day, free 99. Make sure your notifications are on so when my beautiful face puts up a video, you can click on it, you can like it, and share with your people. You can come over and be one of my peoples. If you're already one of my peoples, welcome back. Y'all know what to do. Tell your people to tell their people to come over and be one of my peoples by clicking that icon above. This is Lady T signing off. Have a good one.